Hey everybody, Kathy here. Welcome back to the Maniac. Thanks for joining me on my channel again. Today I have the long-awaited unboxing and review of the Young Nails Airbrush Kit. So I'm gonna go ahead and open this up. And I did take it out earlier and charge it and all that kind of stuff. So it comes with an instruction manual. Put that to the side. This little dropper is for paint. Has a charger. Obviously your compressor is wireless, so it does need to be charged. And I saw that in the video, so I took it out and charged it ahead of time. And then you have your compressor you're going to use and the gun part. So this just hooks right onto here. Pretty easy. Okay, cool box too. I'm a sucker for packaging, I'm telling you. Okay, so I know I've been promising this. I think I ordered this probably almost 6 months ago. It's been a long time coming and I'm sorry it took me so long. I'm super excited to get a chance to use this airbrush kit because I think it's really great. Baby boomers are huge right now. Fades, ombres, all that. And one of the problems with that is I could create it in acrylic. Like here you see I've done these stilettos already in just a pink acrylic. So that to me, either pink or clear, is something super easy. I can change it up, put things over it, put glitter on it and all that kind of stuff. I can do encapsulated and everything and the ombre in acrylic. But all of those designs can't be changed up as easily and have to be completely removed a lot of the time to be able to put on a new design if it shows through or something like that. So this is a fantastic way to put that ombre look on top of your enhancements. That way when your client comes back in 2 weeks, maybe they have a really formal affair and they want something really just beautiful and classic, you can do this baby boomer. But in a couple weeks they come back and they want to do, you know, something else, glitter or purple or something completely different. You can easily e-file off that top layer, give it a quick fill, and then go ahead and do a new design all on top without having to remove the entire nail. So we're going to go ahead and get started with this here. So to turn the compressor on, you just hit the button in the front. It has 2 speeds. There's a high speed, which is the first time you hit it. And then there's a lower speed. So we're just going to use the high speed because we want it. Come on out. So I did buy a couple of paints from Young Nails. These are airbrush paints specifically they sell on the site with the airbrush gun. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to start with the white, and I'm just going to put like 2 drops in because I'm only doing a couple nails, so I really shouldn't need that much. Little lint-free wipe to keep it clean there. Make sure it doesn't drip all over the place. So we're just going to turn it on. And then when you push down on the trigger, the air will start to come out, but the paint isn't released until you pull the trigger back. And in the instructional video, which I'll put a card to up in the top corner there for you, so you can hit that and look at the Young Nails instructional video. When you pull this back, the amount of paint released is going to depend on this nut right here. So if it's all the way tight, that trigger is not going to come back at all. But if you loosen it, it's going to come back. And then that will allow you to control the flow. The tighter it is, or the closer to all the way closed it is, the thinner that line, less amount of paint is going to come out. If you unscrew it a little bit more, the amount of paint coming out will get thicker and you can do kind of broader strokes. So you just see, got some paint coming out there. So I'm going to start down here, and this is the way that Tracy from Young Nails suggests to do it when you're doing a fade. You want to start from the end of the nail, but I'm going to actually start all the way back here on my table towel so that I can kind of see what I'm doing here. You can see that kind of coming through, and every time I go, because I'm trying to create a fade, I don't want the most product up here, I want it down here. So I'm going to start at this end every time, and that's going to build a lot more product on this end, and then I kind of lighten it up as I go. So you can see that's creating kind of a really nice ombre. And because this is white and the table towel is white, it can be a little bit hard to see what I'm doing. So I'm going to go ahead and switch to a pink paint just so we can kind of have a better look at what's happening. So make sure to shake these. They've been sitting a while, so I bought them when I bought the airbrush gun, and it's been a while, you guys. So I'm trying to keep these as clean as I can, but you know, I'm sure it's a losing battle. All right, so this should give us a little bit better idea. You can see I'm kind of tucking the gun here behind the table, and I apologize that the view is probably not as good that way. But the more I tilt the gun, the more this paint goes to the front, and I don't want it to flop out over the top. So just gonna go ahead and pull that back. And because we were using white before, that's what's gonna come out first, obviously. So we're just kind of gonna run it until that pink starts showing up. There it is, you see that? Pink's starting to show up there. So I'm actually gonna pull it back so a little bit more paint comes out, and then I'm gonna do the same thing I did before, where I'm gonna start at the end and work my way up. And you can see a lot better here with this pink paint. I wanted to do the white either way because I love the baby boomer nails, and I think it's such a great skill and piece of equipment to be able to use. Again, not just because it's fairly quick, but because you can remove it quickly. So all done with that. In the instructional video that I mentioned before, I'll also put that down in the show notes. You want to learn how to clean the gun. It's really important that you don't let any of that paint dry in there. So you want to clean it after every use. You're going to rinse it out. It's all in that instructional video. And then at the end of the day, you want to give it a good clean where you're actually going to take it apart and clean it out completely. And that will keep it functioning as best as possible. So here you go. You can see, I wanted to show you the baby boomer even though it was harder to see on the towel, but you got the idea once we moved to the pink, and you could really see how that comes about. Young Nails has multiple colors that you can use. You can mix colors together and be able to use them that way. I'll also link a cool video that Habib did from Young Nails with Johnny Locklear from North Carolina. He was actually one of the instructors for our 1-week course in acrylic that I took at Young Nails, and he's fantastic. He does some really cool stuff with the airbrush. So I'll put that video link in the card here up top so you can take a look at that, see some more ideas of things that you can do. I'm gonna go ahead and throw a top coat on these and cure it out, and then I'll show you what we finish up with at the end here. Thank you so much for joining me on my channel again today. If you enjoyed today's video, please make sure you give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you don't miss any upcoming content. Got lots of great stuff coming your way. Some more acrylic, gel, all that good stuff. If you have an idea of something you'd like to see and want me to try out, please go ahead and hit me up down in the comments. Leave a little note for me so that I know what you're interested in, and I'll see if I can put together some videos for that. Once again, thanks for joining me today on the Maniac. We'll see you next time.